Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this, and this is my review video of Tony Hawk Pro Skater High Definition. I finally got the name right. If you don't know, this game came out 3 days ago. I've had it for like the past 2 weeks. So first of all, the bad point of this game is that while I had the game 2 weeks before everyone else, I was in the top 10 leaderboards. I am no longer in the top 10 leaderboards. Fuck this game, 0 out of 10, moving on. But seriously, you know, it's a really great game. There are a lot of reviews out there that I read that gave it like 4 out of 10. It's ridiculous. Don't believe them. I seriously cannot see the problem that they had in it. It's everything that I remembered from my childhood. The bad points are that there's no co-op, there's no split screen multiplayer or local multiplayer, which is crap because that's how I always remembered Tony Hawk. But again, that was 10 years ago when we didn't have the internet. Or we had consoles that didn't even know what the internet was. So you really, you can blame them for it, but it's one of those things like, you know, move on. So I'm really not that pissed about that. There's no Bob Burnquist, which is just fucking slap in the face. That really upset me, that one. But no, it's a really great game. It's got 8 levels in it, from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. When you first look at it, it looks like there's not many levels, and I was going to write that as a complaint, but then I added them up and there's 8 levels, and that's quite a bit for a downloadable game. That's only 440-something megabytes by memory. So yeah, you might think that at first, but trust me, 8 levels is pretty much a lot, and they've also confirmed, or they're speaking about doing downloadable content for it with maps from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I wish they wouldn't go down that route, but it looks like they are. I'd much prefer them to just remake levels from 1 and 2, then remake levels from 3 and 4, and then just completely redo the Underground series, as arguably because the Underground series was the best of the whole lot. So I hope that a lot of people buy this for that reason, so they'll get the clue and make a lot more Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, because their last tries have been nothing but complete shite. But no, it is a really good game. If you played it as a kid, you will remember it. It's very familiar. The controls are pretty much the same. The only thing you might stumble on is the Xbox D-pad, which is why you should go out and buy one of these controllers if you haven't already, and I will show you the advantage. See the D-pad? It's a magic trick. See the D-pad now. So this is the old school D-pad, but you can twist it, and it turns into like an all. It's really not that better, because the D-pad, instead of being independent buttons like they are on a PlayStation 3 controller, it's still one gigantic button that you have to lean. So it really hasn't fixed the problem, but it makes it a lot easier to use. So yeah, if you do have a twisting D-pad, that controls will be a lot easier, but you can still do moves and stuff with the joysticks, or the sticks, whatever you want to call them, so it's really not that big of an issue. But the controls are fine. You do tricks with the face buttons. It's old school mode, so you've only got 2 minutes in each level. You've got career mode, free skate, and online multiplayer. In free skate, you have unlimited time, no goals. If you play in career mode, you have 2 minutes to run through the level and do as many goals as you can. If you've never played this kind of Tony Hawk before, letters of skate are scattered around the level. You have to go and pick them up. And there's a goddamn coal train going past, but it's not going to stop me. And what else? Shit, you know, I've lost my train of thought. You know, like get a high score, like up to 250,000. Collect the secret DVD, which has been upgraded because it used to be collect the secret video. You goddamn kids, you don't know what videos are. And then, you know, like Ollie the bum 5 times. You'll see when you pick it up. So if you haven't played the original Tony Hawk series, I would recommend this, because the original Tony Hawk series is so goddamn good. There's a few gameplay problems, like when you're trying to Ollie from a grind to another grind, sometimes you can just go flying up in the air for some reason. But like I said, it's still fun. And if you've never played a Tony Hawk game before, but you've played Skate, Skate is much more of a realistic game. Tony Hawk is much more of an arcade style, so think of it kind of like Battlefield 3 compared to Modern Warfare 3. I know that sounds completely stupid, but when you play, you will understand why. Because Battlefield 3 is a lot more realistic, whereas Battlefield 3, where Modern Warfare 3 is completely off the walls, fucking insane, and that's what Tony Hawk is. You know, you can spin around and spin around and spin around in the air on an unlimited amount of times. You can then ollie into it. You can manual and then go up this other half of the side, the half pipe. Skating lingo is not my forte, I'm sure you can tell that by now. You know, but it's not realistic at all. You can grind and grind and grind forever, provided you're good enough with the sticks. So I would recommend it. I think it's only 1,200 points, which isn't that much. So I recommend it more so for the people who played Tony Hawk, the originals. But again, if you haven't and you've never played a Tony Hawk game and you like skateboarding, I'd recommend this because you can do it. You can do the amazing tricks that you can't do, whether they're impossible or you're just a shit skateboarder, one of the two. So I'll leave a link to my review in the description below. Go and check that out. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Au revoir.